You're in your 20s or 30s, and it feels like you're already falling behind. Everyone around you seems to be leveling up while you're stuck, overthinking every decision, afraid of making the wrong move. I've been in that exact place, but there's a roadmap no one really shows you. Today, I'm sharing the strategy that can help you dominate any goal during the decades that matter most. Here's the question I kept asking myself in my early 20s. Why can't I do more? I used to believe I had reached my limit. I'd hit what felt like my maximum and tell myself, that's all I've got. But that belief was destroying everything I could have become. I remember sitting at dinner with someone who had grown his company from $200 million to over $1 billion in less than 3 years. I expected some complicated strategy or hidden framework. Instead, what he shared completely changed how I understood maximum effort. This guy had done 260 events in a single year, not 26, but 260. He traveled constantly, speaking at every conference, meetup, and industry event he could find. That relentless volume is what pushed things from hundreds of millions to over $1 billion. That moment completely shifted my perspective. Napoleon once said, "Quantity has a quality of its own," and seeing this in action made me finally understand what that meant. The sheer volume creates an advantage you can't predict or plan. That's when it hit me. I thought I was working hard because I posted regularly and stayed consistent, but I had no idea what true maximum effort looked like, and chances are, neither do you. Your capability is always higher than what's currently required, but you've never fully tested it. Let me be honest about what winning actually means. For years, I used phrases like, "I want to be in the top 1%, without understanding what it truly required. The reality is this: to be top 1%, you walk into a room of 100 people and come out on top. To be top 0.1%, you walk into a room of 1,000 people and dominate. To be top 0.01%, you walk into a stadium of 10,000 people and win. Not place, not come close, but beat everyone. When I truly understood that, I had to ask myself if I could reach that level while living a normal life. Same habits, sleeping in on weekends, keeping all my hobbies, and staying around people who weren't chasing anything. The answer was no. And here's what no one prepares you for. When you start surpassing people, they won't always support you. I lost friends in my mid-20s because they called me obsessed and unbalanced. And honestly, they weren't wrong. It wasn't balanced, but it didn't need to be. You can't become exceptional while living a normal life. To be exceptional, your lifestyle has to be different, and most people won't accept that. When that happens, you have to let them go. Now let's break down the two-part formula that separates people who win from those who just talk. People used to ask me for the secret when I started seeing progress, and I felt almost embarrassed giving them the answer because it's so simple. Get better and don't stop. That's it. Those two things guarantee success over a long enough period. The problem is, people quit when they realize how hard it actually is. They convince themselves they don't really want it. But the real work begins when motivation fades. That's when it counts. That's when you separate from everyone who started at the same time as you. I saw so many people in their 20s jump between goals. They'd try something for a few months, not see huge results, and then switch to something else. Then they'd wonder why they were 35 with nothing to show for it. I almost became one of them. Here's the truth. Doing more has the highest return in your 20s and 30s. Think about how hard it is to make something work. You test different approaches, fail multiple times, and eventually something clicks. Now ask yourself, what are the chances the next new thing will also work? Very low. So you have limited time and energy. You can either gamble on something new or push more volume into what already works. The smart move is to do more of what's already working. I made the mistake of chasing new things instead of doubling down, and it kept me stuck for years. Let me ask you something. Have you ever truly pushed yourself to your full capacity? Or did you just stop when it became uncomfortable? There's a difference between those who quit at discomfort and those who push through it. Another realization that changed everything for me is the difference between optimizers and maximizers. Optimizers ask how to get the most output with the least effort. Maximizers ask how to get the absolute maximum output. When it comes to total results, maximizers always win. I learned this the hard way. In school, I took pride in getting decent results with minimal effort, while there was another student who worked constantly and took everything seriously. I looked down on him at the time. But when college applications came, he got into the school I wanted, and I didn't. That moment changed everything for me. I realized the world doesn't reward how little effort you use, it rewards results. From that point on, I worked harder than everyone else. I studied longer, showed up more, and the results followed. The difference between first and second place in real life is massive. It's not just a small gap, it's everything. Opportunities, recognition, and leverage. Doing the same thing consistently builds skill and depth. The biggest progress I made was during the boring phases when I stuck to one plan and executed it over and over again. Most people waste their 20s chasing new opportunities instead of committing long enough to become great at one thing. I eventually realized I should only make one major change per year. That forced me to focus on what truly mattered instead of chasing small improvements. It's simple. More effort leads to more opportunities. If you want better results, you need more reps. I've seen this firsthand. For one project, we created over 2,000 pieces of content before launching. It took a team, planning, and consistent effort, but the results justified it. The key question becomes, what's required to reach your goal and what's actually stopping you? Most of the time, the answer is nothing except hesitation. High volume is uncomfortable, it's exhausting, but that's where growth happens. When you commit to doing more, you're forced to improve. You start noticing patterns, refining your approach, and getting better results. But you have to stay consistent long enough for that improvement to happen. The choice is simple. Stay comfortable and overthink, or take action and push your limits. You're capable of far more than you believe. But the only way to discover that is to go beyond the point where you feel like stopping. That's where growth begins.